Good morning, everyone. This is Isla from Brown Owl's Crochet Fun. I thought it was time I answered the tag to the 20 questions. So here goes with my responses to the answers to the questions. Okay, number one, what does your name mean? Well, Isla is an island off the coast of Scotland. It's also a Spanish word for island, pronounced isla in Spanish. Where are you from? I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Where were you born? I was born in Edinburgh, Scotland, and moved to Canada in 1977. What would your parents have named you if you had been a boy? Well, I know the answer to this one. I am the oldest of 3 children. The youngest is my brother, and he was named after my dad. So I think probably if I had been a boy, I would have been named after my dad. His name is Robert McLeod. So that would have been my name, Robert, with a middle name, something, whatever, McLeod. What is your biggest accomplishment? I would have to say, I think, going back to school when I was 39, taking courses, night classes, to get my social work diploma. I did it, it was a 2-year college program, which I did over 4 years because I was working full time and could only take evening classes. However, the 5th year, or the 4 years that it took me, the last year I had to quit work and go full time to college. So I did that. I had a lot of help from my husband and my kids, and they were just so supportive. I don't think I could have done it without them. So that is one of the big accomplishments of my life. What is your eye color? I have blue eyes. Can you see them? Blue, blue. What is your favorite candle scent? I used to burn candles years ago. I don't anymore. No particular reason. It's just something that I don't even think about doing now. And I never ever had a favorite scent. I would like to burn a variety of things. Vanilla, cinnamon, forest pines, stuff, fresh smelling things is what I would like. Can you cook? Yes, but I don't like to, not anymore. I'm at the stage now where it's a great delight for me to be waited on hand and foot. In other words, go out for a meal, choose what I want, they bring it to me, I don't have to do dishes. My husband and I, there's just the two of us, so I find that it's more economical for me to order in food from a company called Hello Fresh. And basically what they do is they send you everything you need for the meal. It's all measured out exactly, the seasonings, everything, things you might need to add are salt, pepper, and oil, but everything else is supplied. And they give you a recipe card, and you can follow it step by step by step. So we do that 3 times a week. We get the meals delivered or the food delivered, and we make the meals. And it only takes us half an hour to put it all together because, like I say, it's all prepared for you. And we find that's quite relaxing, the two of us cooking that together. On the other nights, then it's something that, we can throw together quickly, something that just heats up, whatever. We're not too fussy eaters. Now, when it comes to Christmas, Thanksgiving and stuff like that, then my daughter, she takes over. She does all the preparation. She loves to cook. She loves to bake. What is good about your life right now? Number 9. What is good about my life right now? Well, almost everything that I can think of. I can't think of anything that's not good. I've got my health. I've got enough money to be comfortable. I can take a vacation now and again. My kids are grown up and settled in their own lives. I have two beautiful grandsons, and I have lots of yarn. That's something that is good about my life right now. What is your sign? I'm a Pisces. So is my husband. We're kind of the yin and the yang. I'm the optimist in the family. He's the pessimist. So we balance each other. His birthday is actually only 2 days after mine, but I'm a year older than he is. What scares you about aging? Well, I'm not afraid of dying, but I am afraid of not being able to get around, not being of sound mind. I don't want to lose my ability to communicate and to remember and stuff like that. So that kind of scares me. So I try to keep my mind as active as possible. They say that doing that helps fight off dementia and Alzheimer's, stuff like that. So I do puzzles and of course my crochet keeps me very active. What is your favorite holiday? Well, I don't have a favorite holiday. I enjoy Christmas now with the grandchildren, but for the longest time, after my own kids grew up, Christmas was just another day. We'd have a big dinner and stuff like that, but I didn't go all out and decorate the house, stuff like that. I'm not into that. Even now with the grandkids, I really don't do too much of the decorating. They do all that at their house, and my daughter does it at her house. So the boys love to help her decorate her tree. Excuse me. What is your guilty pleasure? I don't feel guilty about anything that I enjoy. I enjoy a lot of things. I enjoy vacations. I enjoy yarn. I enjoy my crochet. I enjoy chocolate. I enjoy chips. I enjoy really good food. Going for a nice meal in a restaurant. But I don't feel guilty about any of that. I've worked hard all my life, and anything that I have now, I've earned it. And I just sit back and enjoy. What is your favorite show to binge watch? I don't watch a lot of television. What I tend to do is I sort of do the on-demand type thing on my television. So I wait a couple of days and then watch a show that I've missed. I do that on my iPad. So the actual television itself is not on very often. So, I have my favorite shows that I watch, but I wouldn't say I binge watch them because I try to watch them every week. If I find something on Netflix that I really like, I've been known to binge watch. One of the things that I have watched is Outlander, which is based in Scotland. It starts off in Scotland and then moves to America, and it's a whole series of books. And I've read all those books, but I like the show that they've made out of it with Jamie and Claire. For those of you who are familiar with the story, what is the one thing you can't leave the house without? Number 15. I don't think there's anything. I mean, I always take my purse, but I really don't need it if I'm not going shopping. It depends where I'm going. I guess the only thing I could say, I could never leave the house without my clothes. I wouldn't do that. I would put people, the public, in such trauma. No way. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Well, I get up in the morning and I'm fine. I don't have to have coffee or whatever to get me going. I'm up and I'm going. I do like to sit and have my coffee, my toast or a bun or something for breakfast, but I'm not sluggish. And as far as night owl goes, I usually, I was going to say in bed by 9, but I'm not in bed, I'm on bed. I often lay on top of the bed and just crochet or watch some of my TV shows, but it's sometimes probably 11, after 11 before I put the light out, and then I'm up fairly early in the morning, by some standards, but wake at 7, usually up by 7:30. But since we've retired, there's no, unless we're going somewhere special, have an appointment early in the morning, there's no need to rush to get up and about in the morning. What is your favourite genre of movie? I don't go to movies very often. Once in a while I will, if something really catches my attention. I went and saw just recently Last Christmas with my daughter. My daughter has been a George Michael fan since she was 9, 10 years old. Loved him. Still loves anything about him. And this movie, Last Christmas, is based on his music. There's all his music plays throughout it. The premise is that the girl is a George Michael fan, and she just loves his music. So it's based around the meaning of the song Last Christmas. It's a kind of romantic comedy with a little twist. I like that sort of thing. I also quite like suspense thrillers, something that keeps you on the edge of your seat wondering who did it, and see if you can figure out, what the end of the movie is going to be before it happens. But I don't go to the movies very often. What is the last thing you bought? Well, I was out shopping today and I got some Christmas gifts for my grandsons. Also bought some Christmas lights to put around the garage, outside lights to put up in the garage. And I bought some more pool noodles to make the draft excluders, crochet covers for them, and put them at the bottom of the doors that have a draft in my house. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I'm definitely an introvert. Once you get to know me, then that's a whole different story. I can be quite outgoing, but when I'm introduced to people and in a crowd, I sit back and listen. I'm a listener. I don't project myself on people. But like I say, once you get to know me, then I can be quite fun. And finally, what is your favorite book? Well, since I started crocheting, I haven't read very many books. In fact, the only book I've read recently is the one by our dear friend Sandy from Crochet A, called Lydia, and it was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do have one that my daughter gave me to read, but I've only read a couple of chapters. I haven't really got into it yet. And it is by Jonathan Van Nuys, who is one of the team from the show Queer Guy. And he's the most flamboyant one on that show. And it's all about his life and growing up in a small American town, being the only gay person there, and how he was treated, that sort of thing. So that's what I'm trying to read right now. However, I do have quite a few favorite authors. I love Daniel Steele. I love J.D. Robb. I love John, oh my goodness, my mind's gone blank, James Patterson, and John, can't remember his name, but there's a few out there. Ian Rankin is another one. He's a Scottish author. Most of his stories are based in Edinburgh, so when I read those, I feel like I know some of the areas that he's talking about. And that's it. That's me done my 20 questions. I watched Lisa last night from Lisa's Crochet, and she thought she was so far behind that nobody else would be doing this after her, but hey, here I am, last but not least. Well, maybe not last, who knows. If you haven't been tagged in this fun thing, and just go ahead and do it. It's a lot of fun. I was just checking my notifications, and I see Mary from Mary's Chit Chat has done one. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, so as soon as I get this one uploaded, I will go over to her channel and check out what she has to say about herself. But in the meantime, I will say goodbye and see you later. Adios. Come back soon, and I will be back next week with my semi-regular update on what's going on and what I've been doing. So until then, bye-bye.